Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Those who have been following the story agree there's a pretty big difference between Todd and Julie Chrisley getting sentenced to 19 years behind bars and them actually serving 19 years behind bars. Being reality TV stars with pretty fat bank accounts, most assume they'll find a way to get out of jail early. Could Todd and Julie Chrisley get out early for good behavior? Multiple media outlets have been discussing Todd and Julie Chrisley's sentencing with legal experts that have no connections to the Chrisley family. These legal experts have been able to weigh in and give clarity on a lot of questions fans have. This includes whether Todd and Julie can get out of jail early. People magazine sat down with a former federal prosecutor and president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, Nima Rahmani, who reportedly has no ties to the Chrisley family, to ask this specific question: was it possible for the couple to get out of jail early? Nima Rahmani tells the outlet that under federal law, getting out of jail early for good behavior isn't really an option for Todd and Julie. The former federal prosecutor proceeded to explain the couple would be required, by law, to serve at least 85% of their sentence. And that's the minimum they're going to have to serve if they're model inmates. Unlike states where inmates can sometimes serve less than even half of their sentence, under federal statutes, you only get a slight reduction for good behavior. The former federal prosecutor added that Todd and Julie Chrisley only really have themselves to blame for their high sentences. Rahmani explained that they only received such a hefty amount of time behind bars because they refused to own up to their crimes or show any remorse. Even now, the couple and their entire family still insist they are innocent and justice has not been served. Doing the math, Julie Chrisley is federally required to serve just under 6 of her 7-year sentence. Todd would be required to serve a little over 10 years of his 12-year sentence. Julie and Todd would have to be considered role model inmates and get approved for release after serving 85% of their sentence, though. Did you know Todd and Julie Chrisley can't really get out of jail early? Let us know your thoughts down below, and keep coming back for more news on the Chrisley family. The legal troubles of Todd and Julie Chrisley, the stars of the reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best, have garnered significant attention in recent years. As they serve their sentences for financial crimes, the question on many people's minds is whether they can get out early for good behavior. Let's delve into the complex world of prison sentences, good behavior, and early release. The Chrisleys were convicted of multiple counts of conspiracy, bank fraud, wire fraud, and tax evasion. These serious financial crimes led to their sentencing in 2019, with Todd serving a 5-year sentence and Julie serving an 18-month sentence. Under the U.S. criminal justice system, there are mechanisms in place that allow inmates to potentially get out early for good behavior. In the United States, prisoners can earn good time credits for exhibiting positive behavior while incarcerated. These credits can be awarded for participating in educational programs, showing good conduct, and completing assigned work duties. However, the amount of time that can be earned through good behavior varies from state to state, and is also influenced by the type of sentence an individual receives. In federal cases, prisoners can earn up to 54 days of good time credit per year for each year they serve, as long as they remain on good behavior. This means that in the case of Todd and Julie Chrisley, they have the potential to reduce their sentences by earning good time credits. However, the extent to which these credits will significantly impact their sentences depends on various factors. It's important to note that not all crimes are eligible for good time credit, and the Bureau of Prisons has specific rules and regulations governing eligibility. For example, some violent offenses may not qualify for such reductions, and other factors like prior convictions, disciplinary infractions, and the type of sentence imposed can also affect eligibility. For Todd and Julie Chrisley, as white-collar criminals, they may be eligible to earn good time credits during their incarceration. However, the exact amount of time they can shave off their sentences through good behavior credits will depend on how they comport themselves. Another potential avenue for early release is through parole. In some states, individuals who have served a significant portion of their sentences and have demonstrated good behavior may be eligible for parole, which allows them to serve the remainder of their sentence under community supervision. Parole decisions are typically made by a parole board, which considers various factors including an inmate's behavior, remorse, and potential for rehabilitation. In the case of Todd and Julie Chrisley, their eligibility for parole will depend on the specific laws and regulations in the state where they are serving their sentences. Each state has its own parole system, and eligibility criteria can vary widely. In conclusion, the possibility of Todd and Julie Chrisley getting out early for good behavior depends on multiple factors, including the state in which they are incarcerated, the nature of their sentences, and their conduct while in prison. While they may have the opportunity to earn good time credits, the extent of the reduction in their sentences remains uncertain. Additionally, eligibility for parole will depend on state-specific rules and regulations. Ultimately, only time will tell whether they can successfully navigate the complexities of the criminal justice system and secure early release.